Hi everybody, good morning. Tracy Brown here, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And I had to start this video again because my dog couldn't stop coughing. So that's normally I just keep kind of rolling with those things, but it wouldn't stop. He couldn't stop. So you didn't want to hear that the whole time. Anyway, starting from the top is that the thing that I think brings a lot of hope and freedom to a lot of us is being able to come back around full circle. And that's my story around food and weight and nutrition, and what makes me a different kind of dietitian, and what makes me actually quite jaded and skeptical of most nutrition science. Now, disclaimer before I keep on with this video is that I do care about nutrition. I do care about your well-being. But I also know that if we don't all come back home to ourselves and become our own nutrition and body experts, we will forever be flailing around looking for the next expert to give our attention and our power and even our money to. And so this video is going to be quick and to the point, but it's going to be around the fact that we once knew nothing about nutrition. And I'm not saying that we all had a beginning, starting, equal playing field around eating a big variety of food for all kinds of reasons, whether it was, our initial environments, energy, access to a variety of foods, energy to cook and prepare a variety of foods that give us a lot of opportunity. If we didn't get that as kids, I know that we can, again, be adults as we're adults and learn. But what I do know is that we all came from a time and a place where we didn't know much about nutrition, and we were capable of eating a big variety of food to be able to get feedback and to have something to trust. And if we're hopefully open and curious enough to try a big variety of food that maybe we have never had before, if we didn't get a solid foundation of learning how to eat variety. So all that being said is that for me personally, before all the dieting, before all the disordered eating, before becoming a dietitian, before even all of that and all that my brain packed full of information about nutrition, is that, there was a time where I didn't know anything. And I ate a really big variety of food. And I ate mostly from hunger and fullness. And I ate candy in between meals and didn't feel any guilt about that. It was just I ate a piece, a couple bitefuls, whatever, and I moved on. And I want us to all come back to those kind of times. And we can do that. We definitely can do that. But it would be about surrendering the need to pack more nutrition information into our heads and be more body, how is this eating a match for me right now? How is the information I'm seeing out there in the world, what does any of that have to do with me, or is that related to me? So a lot of my clients do come to me not just with struggles with food and body image and want to heal that, but I've had stuff happen to me medically, minor things of course that I've been able to work my way through, but where I had to make food adjustments, where I had to kind of do some research about in this situation, what is the best science can say? And sometimes science couldn't give me that much information because it was a little bit of a nebulous set of symptoms that I had for a while that could match a bunch of different things. And I was able to kind of piece it together, mostly based on body wisdom and a little bit based on knowledge. So that's what I want to teach you all today, is that we are all very capable of taking the little bits of information we might need if we need to make adjustments. 20% information, 80% all body feedback, listening to what is it I'm doing, how's that impacting me, and trusting that and trusting that. And there's always going to be more information bombarded at you. Your job isn't to swallow all that as fact. Your job is to learn how to be your own body and nutrition expert. And again, there's people like me out there that can help you if there's too much confusion or you need another set of eyes on it. But I trust you. I do. I trust you, and I trust your body to be able to know, what it needs and to go from there. So there was a time when we didn't have all this information. I didn't have all this jam-packed brain full of information. And the truth is that some of it's really great. But if you were to ask me the question, how many servings of fruit and vegetables should I eat, or how much antioxidants is the right amount, I would say, we're just kind of hedging our bets. We truly, really don't know. So you can try to get your 5 a day in. That's great. And if that's not feeling oppressive to you, do it for sure. No big deal. If you can get in 6 servings a day or 8 servings a day and not feel like you're obsessive about it, or you can do it one day and then the next day have none and not feel guilty, awesome. That's great. But if a way of living is making you put so much energy and willpower and brain power into it, and then if you don't do it right, that you feel scared and guilty, it's not really life affirming or actually fully health enhancing for you. So, a little frozen. There we're making maybe some food sacrifices that we might need to for our well-being, and we can grieve and we can work through that. But otherwise, there's not a reason why that we need to be torturing ourselves. Eat a big variety of food, find an activity you love to do, and gather your feedback. So when people ask me about nutrition, this is the only lecture you need. Now, I'm not trying to make it too simplistic, but what I'm trying to say is that I want you to learn to trust to be your own nutrition expert. All of the details we can work out, but if you can trust your body, you're going to be a lot closer than following every new fad that comes down the lane, because they're going to keep coming rapid fire, because not many people are awake, but you are. If you're watching this, you're awake, and you know that there's a lot more to learn about your body, and we need to put kind of our focus blinders on to what everybody else says, and more about what our, less about out here and more here. What's the messages I'm getting? So I hope this little mini nutrition lecture is helpful for you. It's the anti-nutrition lecture. It's not that nutrition doesn't matter. It's just that you don't need to get a master's or a PhD in nutrition to know enough. All right. Well, thank you so much and take care. Bye.